2 years after the events of the first film, Larry Daley, former night guard at the American Museum of Natural History, now runs his own direct response television company that sells inventions based on his experiences. He travels to the museum, discovering most of the exhibits will be moved to the Federal Archives at the Smithsonian Institution and replaced with holographic information providers. The tablet of Amenra is to remain in the museum, leaving most of the exhibits without the ability to come to life at night. After the exhibits are moved, Larry receives a phone call from Jedediah, who informs him that Dexter the monkey stole the tablet and took it to the Smithsonian, bringing every exhibit in it to life. Larry travels to Washington, D.C., navigating his way to the archives with help from his son Nick while posing as a night guard. Larry finds his friends trapped in their shipping container under attack from Amenra's evil older brother Kamunra, accidentally activating the tablet and bringing the exhibits in the Smithsonian to life again. Kamunra reveals his plans to use the tablet's powers to conquer the world. Larry escapes, aided by a gigantic octopus and General George A. Custer, who is captured, and then the adventurous Amelia Earhart, who becomes his traveling companion around the museum. The two evade Kamunra's army, trapping them in the portrait of VJ Day in Times Square. Kamunra enlists trio of evil historical leaders, Ivan the Terrible, Napoleon Bonaparte, and Al Capone to help capture Larry and retrieve the tablet. Jedediah tries to help but is placed in an hourglass. Kamunra is unable to open the gate of the underworld without the tablet, and gives Larry and Amelia an hour to translate it, or Kamunra will kill Larry and his friends. Larry and Amelia's friendship increases to the point where she develops a crush on him and ends up kissing him with the flying sculptures of Cupid singing love songs to them, including a rendition of My Heart Will Go On. Larry and Amelia travel to the National Air and Space Museum to find help, briefly encountering the statue of Abraham Lincoln at the Lincoln Memorial, who confuses them for a couple. Inside the museum, Larry grounds all of the aircraft and rockets from taking off, before a group of Albert Einstein bobbleheads inform him that the combination is the value of pi. Amelia tries to convince Larry for them to be a couple, but Larry struggles to tell her the truth that she is made of wax, so they cannot be together. Napoleon, Ivan, and Capone's troops arrive, prompting Larry and Amelia to escape using the Wright Flyer. They crash the plane into the Smithsonian, where Kamunra uses the acquired combination to summon an army of Horus warriors. Lincoln crashes in through the window, frightening the warriors back into the underworld. Lincoln then tells Larry about his house divided against itself, quote, as a tip for the incoming battle. Amelia gathers an army of allies including Larry's friends and Custer, leading to a climactic battle. Although Custer is afraid to fight after remembering the Battle of Little Bighorn, Larry persuades him to forget the past and fight on. Meanwhile, Octavius rescues Jedediah, and together they turn the tide of the battle. Larry obtains the tablet, and devises a plan to stop Kamunra. Inspired by an idea given to him by Lincoln, Larry sparks a disagreement between Capone, Bonaparte, and Ivan, causing them to brawl amongst themselves. Larry attempts to escape, only to be cut off by an angry Kamunra, brandishing a Kapesh. After a brief scuffle between Larry, armed with his flashlight, and Kamunra, Amelia eventually manages to use the tablet to open the gate, and Larry finally defeats Kamunra and banishes him to the underworld. Amelia flies Larry and the New York exhibits back home. Even though Larry does love Amelia, they both know she has to leave, knowing she will become dust before reaching the Smithsonian. However, the two share a final kiss before she takes off. 2 months later, Larry sells his company, donating the money to the museum to renovate it and keep it open later into the night, and the exhibits remain, capable of moving about at night under the pretense of being animatronics or hired reenactors. Larry is rehired as a night guard and aids a woman named Tess who resembles Amelia during the debut of the museum's new extension of visiting hours.